everybody, welcome back to Two Dudes in a Room.
Two Dudes in a Room.
Two Dudes in a Room. My name is Zach.
And I'm not.
And so we're getting more feedback from our audience, which is always fun.
You know, it's long overdue.
Yeah.
I would say.
It's long overdue.
Long overdue.
It's been a month or so since
something like that.
Officially it's been started.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we want to go straight off those topics? Or
we'll go with those guys and kind of give them shout outs and say hey, and we can move into other stuff.
There you
go. So how do you say Alex's last name?
Reimers.
Alexander Reimers on Facebook. He told us to discuss the difference between Duck Duck Goose and Duck Duck Grey Duck, and it's real simple with that one. One's just wrong.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Depending on because it only when we looked up the research or we did our research of where Duck Duck Goose originated from,
yep.
And it's only in Minnesota, and no one knows why.
Like I went to like 5 different sources. I looked at all these websites and like message boards of people like, why is it called Grey Duck there? And everyone's like, we have no idea. They're just different.
Yeah, it's kind of like in Fargo where you go and you say it's bison instead of bison everywhere else. So I don't know why I think the Midwest just has nothing, so they have to do something to stick out, and that's the best we got, man.
Yeah, probably.
Jeez.
I can actually kind of see that.
So I mean, I guess the only difference is I don't know, because I really don't know that many people, honestly, from Minnesota that are like that. You know what I'm saying? That stick with Duck Duck Goose.
So you don't know people that's in Minnesota that use Duck Duck Goose? They all use Duck Duck Grey Duck?
Yeah, which
okay.
I don't know if that's like something that's more in the countryside, because I was coming from like Twin Cities area,
okay.
So like that wasn't. And also I didn't play Duck Duck Grey Duck very often, so like. It was always Red Rover where I was doing it, so I mean, I don't know.
Duck Duck Goose wasn't a big thing where I'm from. Like, yeah, we played Red Rover a lot and a bunch of those other like young kid games.
Two-hand touch football as well.
Yeah, that was like we played it on a like you may have had like an open like grass where you played two-touch.
Yeah.
We had like little pea pebbles, like little like tiny
like
little
sand or like rocks.
Yeah, basically rocks.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Like it was a field that used to be grass, but everyone played touch football on it. So it wore it down, and it was all just rocks there. so sometimes kids would trip, and just knees would be so bloody.
Ooh.
Yeah, I still have some scars from way back in 3rd grade.
Jeez. Yeah, no, and also is Duck Duck Goose different from like something like Ring Around the Rosie or some shit like that?
Ring Around the Rosie is just like a nursery rhyme type thing.
Really?
Like that's like. Basically, like that's where the girls like hold the hands or whatever, and they like go around in a circle and they sing their nursery rhyme, and then all fall down.
Yeah, and then they all fall down.
You need to look into the lyrics.
Isn't it really morbid?
Yeah,
like
it's about like people dying in a fire.
Yeah, there you go.
That's so messed up.
They just want kids to sing it, so I mean.
Yeah, like there was a movie not too long ago. I would say like 2-3 years ago about a little girl who she had this imaginary friend, and her imaginary friend would. Play Ring Around the Rosie all the time, and then mom got really concerned. It was like, well, this is really dark. We need to look into this. It turns out her imaginary friend was like a demon or something or a ghost.
Oh, nice. There you go.
And only she could see it, and it was super messed up.
All right, cool. Like so, every other horror movie, pretty much.
Yeah, where the creepy little kid sees the creepy little thing, and then parents have to deal with it.
Parents are concerned, and No, I guess I don't know. He just wants us to explain the difference between the two, or like what we think of it, or
like the comment reads: Duck Duck Goose versus Duck Duck Grey Duck.
Oh, like which one?
Yeah.
I guess I go Grey Duck. I guess like.
Goose, because we're just there's this divide between North Dakota and Minnesota, and we need to break down these barriers. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Yeah, that's about it to the end of that. Like, it's only Minnesota that does that, right? There's no other state.
I've never, like, I've been all over this country, and only Minnesota says Duck Duck Grey Duck.
All right, well, there you go.
So.
And, I mean, is it really that big of a deal? Like.
No.
No, it's not. Okay,
no,
I'm just making sure.
It comes up, like, once a year. People fight about it for, like, a minute and a half, and then you move on with your life.
Yeah, that's about it, really. And, no, I feel like it would be fun to do that drunk.
Duck Duck Goose?
Yeah.
It'd be harder for sure. It's more challenging.
I think any children's game would be more fun if you're intoxicated.
Which leads us perfectly into our second question.
Yeah.
Brian, Alex's brother, he commented at us and said, "Which alcohol gets you drunk fastest?" And I'm guessing he means us personally, but like in general, I didn't do my research on that one.
So right off the bat, beer is not even in the same ballpark as hard liquor.
Yeah, we've sat down with like 12 packs before and just like
pounded away.
Yeah, it's been nothing. So.
Yeah. So go right off the bat. So I guess into categories of hard liquor, for me, what sticks out is vodka. My big one is Jaeger that I like.
See, we were talking about this before, and Zach said Jaeger, and it's only because when Zach has one shot of Jaeger, Zach has 13 shots of Jaeger.
It's because it's delicious.
One night I sat down with a glass of whiskey, and Zach poured himself a glass of Jaeger.
Well, I mean, I just enjoyed it. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Okay, I mean...
So, I mean,
yeah.
And I'm trying to... Is that the highest alcohol content? I guess not, like, in the whole spec... I guess when you're just, like, the basics of vodka and rum and tequila and...
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying which hard alcohol has the highest percentage.
Well, it really... I mean, like, moonshine is probably...
I guess, yeah.
Moonshine is, like, almost pure alcohol.
Yeah,
so.
I don't sit down and drink moonshine.
Yeah, we're not taking shots. I used to have apple pie around the house, but that kind of went to waste.
Did it really?
Yeah, I never drank it.
Oh, okay.
And then I had a friend who was like, "Oh, you have apple pie?" And I was like, "Do you want the bottle? Because it's yours if you want it." And he was like, "Yeah." We had to like pour water on it because the cinnamon in it had like melted.
Oh yeah, the cap.
Like the cap would not come off. Like we tried everything. I think he ended up having to break the bottle to get the stuff out of it.
I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures. So I mean, I'm just trying to think like mixed drinks or something like that.
I know, like if I sit down with Jameson, it's game over, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm not waking up until 3:00 tomorrow morning.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm trying to so when I went to Mexico for sure, tequila there was the fastest to get me drunk.
Oh yeah.
Just because I had a lot, and I love that story, or I always tell the story of like I got a Mexican bartender to tell me to slow down. Which is like the greatest goal of my life, honestly. It was great. I think it was like. It was somewhere upwards of like 4 shots in less than like a minute, and like.
Oh gosh.
I know, and it was just by myself, so it was super depressing. It was great, but I made friends with like it was like a family that was super chill, and they were taking shots with me. It was fun. But I remember my dad was there holding my hair back for that one. So.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten drunk around my family. I remember last Christmas was the first time I was like legally able to drink.
Yeah.
And I took advantage.
There you go.
I brought a bottle of Kahlua pre-mixed White Russian,
Ooh.
And that is my favorite mixed drink of all time. And I brought a bottle of that and then a bottle of whiskey, and the Kahlua was gone by the end of that first night. And I was definitely tipsy.
Yeah.
And I have little cousins. Like my youngest one, I think, is 8 years old.
Okay.
And probably 7 at that time.
Yeah.
And it was just like weird to be drunk around like these little kids
that you're supposed to like probably that look up to you, right?
Oh, I would think so.
There you go.
Like I'm usually the one like
responsible.
Before I was 18. I was always downstairs with them playing, and and they were like all the adults were upstairs. But after I turned 18, they were like, "Do you want to play pinochle with us?" And then it just like that's like the thing in my family. The adults sit around and play pinochle.
Yeah.
The kids go downstairs and do whatever the fuck kids are gonna do.
Play Gray Goose.
Gray Goose. Yeah, we were just pounding shots. I saw we had a whole little bar set up.
There you go.
Like I was just there like cleaning a glass.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's awesome.
The other night I took a great I was sitting at the bar with this girl, and it's this bar I always go to. Shout out to Silver Dollar. Hey,
sponsor us,
please. There's this girl. She's one of the waitresses there, and she's super chill. And so she would buy a shot, then I would buy a shot, and she did one called a Grape Ape, which is sour pucker. And then some kind of chaser, and then there's just Grey Goose.
Oh.
So and it's a layered drink. So at the bottom there's the Grey Goose, and you drink that as fast as you can. Then you get to like the chaser, and then you get to the Grape Pucker.
Oh, dude, that makes my asshole pucker just thinking about that.
It was the worst thing I've ever done with my life because I hate vodka.
Oh shit.
Like in the realm of where my alcohol hate is, it's tequila. I do not like tequila.
Like number one of hate.
Yeah, I do not like tequila. Like I've had it in like drinks.
Yeah.
And even mixed, the taste lingers through, and I'm not a fan.
Okay.
Then comes vodka, which I'll mix with anything, but straight vodka,
No bueno.
kills me. And then it's literally everything else. Like Jaeger might be in there because I don't like black licorice, but almost everything else falls in that category.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like other hard like people don't really drink straight gin, do they? Like
that's a thing.
Gin
do? Shots is a thing.
Oh god.
Like you can like if there's an alcohol, someone takes straight shots of it. There's people out there that take straight shots of Windsor.
Oh god.
I know, right?
Jeez.
Remember Coulter from Improv?
Yeah.
His girlfriend he went to go meet his girlfriend's parents, and his girlfriend's dad was really big into Windsor, so he brought a bottle, and so the dad is just like pouring shots of Windsor, and Coulter sits down with them. He goes, "Let's do a shot," and he's like, "All right." And he's never had Windsor before. And he takes a shot. And he almost vomits. He holds it in like a man. And then the dad goes, "Let's do another." He's
no.
"All right." I think he said he did like 4 shots before the dad was like,
Jesus.
"All right, I'm good."
Yeah, no kidding. Like, yeah, I don't think I've ever just had straight Windsor before, nor is it a goal of mine.
I'm not a big Canadian whiskey guy. Like even Crown.
Yeah, I did have straight Crown the other night though. Now that I think about it, like, was it Crown? No, it was Jack, straight Jack. The other night when I was at Silver Dollar.
That was Jameson, dude.
No, it was Jack, because she's like, "Oh, you don't need that pesky Coke, do you?"
Oh,
like, it was straight Jack on rocks.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that was pretty delicious.
I mean, yeah, Jack's okay. I mean, Kentucky whiskey's pretty good.
What's the turkey one that we
Wild Turkey?
Wild Turkey.
Yeah, Wild Turkey. That's like a rail whiskey at some places.
Yeah.
Like it's a bourbon, and it's an entry level bourbon. We have a honey version of it sitting up on our trophy case.
It's
so good.
Yeah. And actually, so yesterday, it was after the show, and Miranda was at home, or she was just coming home, and I'm like, all right, I'll go get a pizza or whatever, because I didn't go out with like the TBD guys, so the app wasn't working, so I had to go and like go into the store,
into the
like,
Domino's.
Yeah, into the Domino's and make my order there, which was like some foreign thing to them. First off, because like I go there and they're like, "Did you order?" I'm like, "No, I want to order now." And they're like, "You want to order here, like for takeout?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so I got my stuff, and they're like, "Is it cash or card?" I'm like, "I'm gonna pay in cash because I got a bunch of tip money that you need to get rid of."
They're probably like, "You're freaking Amish, dude."
I know, that's what it was. So I'm like, "Yeah, I'll play with cash," and then he has to get the manager to open the drawer because no one pays in cash. I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Who pays for
Domino's in cash?
Who pays for a pizza in cash? Like unless the delivery guy's coming to your door and you've got a 20 to give him.
Right. No. I guess that's fair. But like, yeah, it was super awkward. So I'm like, all right, I got 30 minutes to kill, and Happy Harry's was down the street. So I'm like, I'm gonna go look at alcohol. So I was like, I don't want like a 12 pack. I just want like a what's the big can? 18 ounce? 20 ounce? What's the a big chode of a can?
40?
Is that no?
Like a big can?
Like a Four Loko size. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't know how big they are.
Big, but anyway, I was like, I'll just get one of those. I didn't get a Four Loko because I'm not insane. But there was this. So I was like, there was one can there, and there was nothing behind it. So I'm like, oh, it must be a good one because everyone's taking it. And so I grab it, and I was like, all right, I'll get this. And then I got the missus like a bottle of wine that she likes. So I get back, and so I crack open the beer, and I take a sip, and it was like I took a shot of fucking vodka. I'm just like, oh my god, this is the strongest beer ever. I look at the can, it's 8% alcohol. I'm like, oh, sweet Lord, baby Jesus, I can't finish this. And I got up to maybe like an inch worth, and I'm like, I can't.
Really?
I feel tipsy. I feel drunk.
Really?
It was... It's called like, it has a bull on the front of it. It's called, I don't even remember what it's called.
Raging Bull?
Maybe.
I've never heard of it.
If you showed me the can, I could tell you that's what it was, but I can't for the life of me think of what it's called. But I'm just like, wow. That was one of the, we've been to beer tastings before.
Yeah, like we went to like the Bacon and Beer Festival in Fargo.
Yeah.
And one of the beers was like 15% or 12% or something crazy.
Oh my god.
And that was probably one of my favorite beers there.
Yeah,
it was an IPA.
Was it? That's what it was.
Which I'm a big fan. Was that an IPA?
No, it wasn't. It was
just a lager, just a regular beer.
I didn't think it was a lager. It was really light. Like it was light, but it was like you know that feeling of like when you take a shot of vodka and you get like the chills or whatever. You're like, ugh.
Yeah.
It was the same thing when I took that first sip of it.
I'm guessing because you weren't really.
I was not prepared.
They were expecting Miller Lite, and
you
got
Raging Bull. I'm like, Jesus.
Going back to Four Loko. I had my first Four Loko on like my 21st birthday.
Oh really?
And I'm a fan.
Really?
Like I don't like the grape one. That's only because I don't like grape.
Oh, really?
But I had a fruit punch Four Loko on my 21st birthday.
Okay.
And I was down with it. Like I didn't have a problem with it. Everyone says like it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Maybe now that I have a more refined palate, I can come back and try it and hate it like everyone else. But
yeah, I've only heard bad stories with Four Loko. I've never heard anyone say that like they're only gonna have a little bit of Four Loko. They either have Four Loko and then everything else with it, or like they just don't drink Four Loko. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a precursor to a terrible night.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I'm just trying to think. I think I've had it once before, and it wasn't mine. It was someone else's, and I'm just like, wow, you're gonna drink this whole thing? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, that's gross. I'm sorry.
I'm down with Four Loko. I mean, for now, like nowadays, like I watch a lot of videos on YouTube about like whiskey tasting and the difference between whiskeys.
Yeah.
And like I got really into whiskey recently, and that's pretty much all I drink.
Yeah. So I guess going back to the main point of what gets me drunkest the fastest is definitely going to be Jaeger, for sure, is my weakness. But that usually is because I've also had drinks before that. And also, I guess the only moment or the only time where I don't is when I was having like Jaeger on the rocks because I had to get rid of that Jaeger bottle because it's been sitting in there forever.
Yeah, at one point in our apartment we had 3 bottles of Jaeger.
Yeah, people found out that I like Jaeger and they bought me some for my 21st.
I was gonna buy him one too.
Yeah, see?
And then his friends both got him bottles of Jaeger for that. Right. I was like,
probably should.
Something else.
I'm trying to think what else. Well, like right now we have like I guess. Right now we got Patron in there. We got is that plastic whiskey in there still? That cheap plastic bottle, or is that not in there anymore?
We have not whiskey. We have rum.
Rum.
We have which is really good. I think we've talked about it on the podcast where it's like Blackheart or something like that.
Yeah.
Oakheart maybe.
It's a really good mixer, and it's fine by itself.
It's almost like I know how Captain Morgan's kind of like a gingerbread house. Like it's got like a little sweetness to it.
Yeah.
It's almost like that.
Right.
It's good. It comes in a plastic bottle and it was super cheap and it was a good purchase.
Yeah, for sure.
I have gin up there.
Yeah.
We have like 2 or 3 different kinds of whiskeys. 3 different kinds of whiskeys.
Yeah. Are you counting the one on the counter too?
Yeah, we have a bottle of Johnny Walker Platinum.
Yeah.
So that was
for celebrations.
Yeah, it's like $100 bottle of scotch, which I know there's a lot of scotch drinkers out there who are like $100 bottle of scotch.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, like there's a video PewDiePie made where he ordered a bottle of Japanese whiskey, and he said it was like $500 to get it too.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to try Japanese whiskey. We can't get it around here. We don't. I would have to order it online.
Yeah. Can you order like alcohol like through the mail, or like can you do that through like other countries and stuff?
I would think.
How does that work with ID stuff?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I have no idea how that works. But I'm sure you can do that. I've never tried. Yeah. Like, I'll just go down to the liquor place and be like, what's gonna get me drunk?
Yeah, that's about it, really. And that's about I mean, what was yours, Jameson?
Probably Jameson. Yeah, Jameson. It just tastes good.
Like by itself, or
by itself. Yeah, just like straight Jameson. And if I want to go hard in the paint, I'll put a little ice in there, water it down, and just start chugging it.
Dude, I love having stuff on the rocks. It's so good because like the first initial sip, you're like, yep, I want that full like hit of me, and then slowly it waters down a little bit.
There are a lot of people who would disagree with you. They think. Like, neat is the only way to drink whiskey, or maybe with a couple drops of water because like that opens up flavor palettes more.
Okay.
So like that's the thing. But the thing with whiskey is like every whiskey drinker will tell you this: never tell another man how to drink his whiskey.
Oh really?
You're an asshole if you do that.
If
you're a true whiskey man, you never do that.
Okay, that's a fair tip. I didn't know about that, but. Let's see what we got next.
Our next one is shout out to Kevin Donovan once again, our one of our friends. He asked us, "What is your favorite Thanksgiving Day potato choice?" I love that question.
Like, I mean, how many different ways do you potato in Thanksgiving?
I mean, there's scalloped potatoes.
Okay.
There's mashed potatoes. There's various kinds of mashed potatoes, like depending, you add garlic, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Skin or no skin.
Right.
Sweet potatoes.
Okay.
Sweet potato fries.
Yep.
Loaded sweet potatoes. Loaded baked potatoes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm a big fan of those loaded baked potatoes. I'm sure some places, some people do French fries.
Yeah. True Americans.
Hash browns.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
I'm sure there's like casseroles that put potato. There's tons of ways to do potatoes.
I've never done hash browns for Thanksgiving though. It's interesting.
I mean, we had scalloped potatoes one year, and we had the scalloped potatoes, and then like there was like a hash brown thing on like a crispy hash brown thing on top of it. It was really good.
Okay, all right. I mean, I'm just trying to think of like my previous Thanksgiving ones, and it's really either been loaded potato or just baked potato or mashed potato. Nothing too crazy.
My go-to with potatoes is always garlic mashed potatoes.
Okay.
I love mashed potatoes. Excuse me. With the creamy. Like the way our school makes it, it's just potato. They've just taken potatoes, mashed them up. There's no like milk or butter or anything in them to make them rich and creamy.
Okay. Well, yeah. The only thing about that is it's kind of, for me, it just gets really dry after a while. You know what I'm saying?
Like just plain potatoes.
Just plain potatoes. Like if I don't have any butter or anything. Yeah,
exactly. Like that's not how I like it with the milk and the butter.
Oh, you do?
Okay,
yeah.
I thought you were not. The only downside to the ones on campus are that they're really dry. But that's a lot of milk and butter they'd be going through. And it's not exactly cheap. So I understand where they're coming from, and then they always give you like gravy or something to put on top of it. So.
Right. So they can water it down.
Yeah. So there's some semblance of flavor in these potatoes.
Right. Exactly, and they're not just mush.
So that's all we have for
comments. Which we're moving up. We got 3 more than last week.
Exactly.
Didn't we have one? Oh no, we did. We had the conspiracy theories.
Oh yes, that was Kevin again, wasn't it?
No, that was Brian.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brian.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He didn't specify on which one we wanted to do, and if he told us which one he wants to know more about or what's our opinion on, I would do more research on it because I don't know.
That's going to conclude our comment section for the day. If you guys want to jump on our social media, say hey, tell us what you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
Go right ahead. Yeah.
I think it's also good to get what they want to hear.
Exactly.
Not just us rambling on whatever the crap we can think of.
This is the ramblings of 2 dudes who kind of know what they're doing.
Is that our tagline?
That's our tagline on everything. Just something I came up with on the spot. I was like, okay.
There you go.
But
no video this week though, right? For Wednesday.
There will be no video coming up. That usually comes up on Fridays. That will not be going up this week.
Yeah.
Since Thursday is Thanksgiving, most of our crew will be heading out on Wednesday. So
I'll be. Yeah. Are you heading out on Thanksgiving?
My mom is actually coming here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So we have to clean up around here.
Or she'll deal.
She'll deal. I like it. All right. Cool.
I have a very fun story for Zach.
All right. Honestly, I have no idea what he's been like. I don't know, itching to tell me whatever the hell he's trying to bring up.
I have. I have not told Zach this. I've told a couple people, and it's only because it kind of pertains to them.
Are you pregnant?
I wish.
Anyway, go ahead.
It's not as fun as this. So there is a church.
Okay.
It's called Dudeism. It's based on the religion of.
No way!
It's based on the religion of the Big Lebowski.
Oh.
So there's a whole religion based around the Big Lebowski. I'm a huge fan of the Big Lebowski. I started drinking White Russians because of the dude. As of last night, Quinnell Wagner is an ordained priest in the religion of Dudeism. Or Dudeism, however you'd like to say that.
Are you kidding me?
I have a certificate right here.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I can now, in most states, conduct marriages, religious gatherings, funerals, anything that you would generally need a religious entity for.
God.
I can be that person.
On behalf of the Church of Dudeism?
On Church of the Latter-day Dude. That is what...
That added a whole nother level onto this podcast, Cordell. God dang it. This is going to turn into some kind of religious cult at this point if you're like...
So go ahead, go on to Dudeism.com. You can find out all that information there. There are 450,000 Dudist priests out there, and you can definitely become one of them.
Okay.
It takes 5 minutes, guys. You just sign up.
Do you have to take a quiz?
No,
what do you do?
You just fill out your name. That's it.
What? That's it?
And then you click a couple boxes that say "I will uphold the teachings of the dude."
Oh my
god! And one
God.
that says I'm not signing someone else up. And then you can fill out your address and whatnot if you want them to know where you are.
Like no payment.
No payment. There's nothing. It's a free religion.
Oh my god!
It took me 5 minutes to find the website and print off my certificate.
How did you even come across this?
I was watching a YouTube video and I found out there was this thing called Dudeism, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Found the website, filled out an application.
Jeez.
And I'm a priest.
So like, are you? So we need to find. Actually, funny you say that because Brian's getting married pretty soon.
Oh, Brian! I've told my boss, he does a lot of weddings and stuff, and I've told him for $75 and an open bar tab, I will officiate any wedding.
That's amazing.
$75. I mean, you're all the way in Florida, so maybe half the plane ticket.
Yeah, I think he might be having it in Minnesota. If I
really?
Correct. Yeah,
I will do it.
Officiate for it.
Yeah, cheaper than any priest you will get.
I think can you assist the priest too? If they already have one, just be up there and be like, I approve.
I will stand up there. I'll grow up my beard, get my hair nice and long. I will wear the robe and the shorty shorts and the white T-shirt with the stains and the freaking jellies. I will show up to your wedding as the dude, and I'll just quote The Big Lebowski if you want me to.
There you go.
The dude abides. The dude abides.
God dang it! So. Wow. We hit a whole new level on this thing, dude. I'm not even kidding you. So now it's literally two dudes in a room, but one dude is very...
I'm going to change our logo, so I'm like, I have a goatee and long hair.
You have like the Pope hat or some shit?
I'm holding a White Russian in my hand.
Oh, no. God dang it. When you told me when you told me that you got certified or something, I'm like, oh no, we're gonna become a religion now, aren't we?
I mean,
apparently someone beat us to the punch with the religion. Oh no.
I'm just so happy though. I'm not a big church going guy, but I might start practicing a little more now that I'm an ordained priest.
I was gonna say, are you gonna go to church and shake hands with the priest and be like, I am one of you now?
Yes. It's nice to meet a fellow religious official.
Oh no! I can't imagine the conversation of oh yeah, we've had the same training as you have. You know what I'm saying? We were on the same level, you and I.
I went to 6 years of seminary.
I filled out a 5-minute application online. Oh man.
I mean, and if you see the dude who started the religion, he totally looks like a
fan,
like a big fan of The Big Lebowski. And I just love the fact that there is a religion based off a 1998 film. I mean, there's religions based on Star Wars, Narnia, Lord of the Rings, all those.
Harry Potter.
Yeah. I don't know if it's more of a religion or more of that could actually be a cult.
Yeah, well,
you had the elements of witchcraft in there, you know. But yeah, it's nice to have. It's defined as the slowest growing religion.
Are you serious?
It's on their front page. I'm just gonna pull up their front page real quick.
The slowest
growing religion.
What was the one that? Oh no, I'm blanking on John Oliver. He had a church. That's different, right?
He started a church, and it was well, I guess technically this is a church too, but he started. It's Our Lady of Perpetual Exemption.
Yeah.
That's what he started.
Yep, which is different. Well, here's also is there gatherings of dude? I don't even know.
I mean, there's conventions.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not for Dudeism in general.
Okay.
But just conventions about the Big Lebowski and
okay.
priests will show up and whatnot.
I was gonna say probably a lot of religious people of what's the official religion? Is it just dude?
It's Dudeism.
Dudeism. Okay.
Dudeism, and that's our logo. It's kind of like the yin yang sign,
geez.
except instead
it's
it's a bowling ball instead of it's got 3 holes for the bowling ball instead of 1 for the little hole. And then there's Michelangelo, I think it was, who made the perfect drawing of man, the dude with the 4 arms and 4 legs. Yeah. There's one of those, except it's the dude, and in one hand he's holding a carton of half and half cream. Then another one he's holding a White Russian, and then one he's making a peace sign, and one he's holding a bowling ball.
Jeez, he's in a robe.
And he's in a robe. He's it looks like Jeffrey Lebowski.
Yeah.
And then so this is the description. Come join the slowest growing religion in the world, Dudeism, an ancient philosophy that preaches non-preachiness.
Oh.
Practices as little as possible, and above all, lost my train of thought there. Anyway, if you'd like to find peace on earth and goodwill, man, we'll help you get started right after a little nap.
Oh. All right, that's really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I love that they're so low key about it. They don't give a shit.
we preach about non-preachiness, and that is who I am on the inside. I'm just gonna start going around saying the dude abides.
The dude abides. Is there are there any commandments or anything like that?
Other books the starter of the religion, he has books out there that you can read. I've actually ordered. This was before the religion was I don't know if it was before the religion was started actually, but there are philosophy books based on the philosophy of the dude from Big
really?
Lebowski.
Oh, okay.
And I've ordered one of them. And it's coming to Barnes and Noble in
Jeez.
3 to 7 business days.
Dang it.
It's not actually sanctioned by the religion. It's a third party, or sorry, I should say separate party, and they've written a book about the philosophy of the Big Lebowski. And I really want to read it.
On the podcast, like, this is
your
annual hymn of the Dudeism.
Open up the book and just read a couple pages, and then we'll just continue with the podcast.
Does this mean we have to start drinking White Russians, like, when we're on the podcast?
I mean, I will do that regardless.
Which reminds me, we don't have it. We have beer here, but
we do have beer.
Which do we want to get as fucked up as? No, actually, I have to work tomorrow. I have to work tomorrow at 6, so
I have class tomorrow, so
typical excuses, am I right?
Yeah,
typical millennials.
We just don't want to commit, man.
I'm working on it. Here's the thing, because you got fucked up pretty badly at Herdenhorns, from what you told me at least.
Yeah.
But you made it home, which is great. But I don't. Was it Jameson at that? No, it was Silver Dollar.
Yeah. So at Silver Dollar, no.
Herdenhorns.
Sorry, at Herdenhorns last night.
Yeah.
Once again, shout out. I started off with a double whiskey, neat, and then I had 3 more different kinds of whiskeys, and then I had a White Russian, and then I got really hungry, and the food there is real expensive.
Yeah.
It's really good, but it's really expensive.
Yep.
So I got in my car. I felt fine. I got in my car.
Yep.
I drove off. And I went to the super buffet, this Chinese buffet, kind of down by our apartment.
Yep.
It was $17. I could have ordered like 2 cheeseburgers at Herdenhorns. But I ate like 4 plates of crab legs, 3 plates of fried rice. Like, I ruined my diet last night. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, that was the biggest, because I have been there before too. And the biggest thing, it's a lot like any buffet where you just don't want to eat before that.
Yeah.
Because then you get your money's worth kind of
exactly.
thing. So,
But yeah, I'd had some food before that too, so it took a little bit to get into me. But so you talked about earlier, like millennials and how they're killing blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I found a Business Insider article, 19 things that millennials are killing.
Okay.
And we can go through a couple of these. I think that'll be kind of interesting.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
So one of them is casual dining chains like Buffalo Wild Wings and Applebee's.
We're ruining them?
Like, we're killing them.
Oh, because
we're not going to them.
Well, like, I guess I don't go to Applebee's as often as I... Well, I take that back. Half Apps kind of gets me there.
Half Apps, but is Half Apps once a night for... Oh, is that enough to sustain their business? I mean,
for sure not.
So it's meant to be like a lunch place almost.
Yeah.
Like it's a casual dining... Like I said, it's a casual dining experience for lunch or dinner.
Yeah.
And we either want, like... fast food, we'll get it in 5 minutes and eat it in our car.
Yeah.
Or we go to like a fancy sit-down place.
Yeah.
Like, on special occasions.
I suppose. I mean, to me, those are good like date ideas. You know what I'm saying? So like, if that's a place that you want to take someone, just like if you're running out of ideas and you just want to stick with like, a lunch thing instead. Ooh, I'm messing with the mic just so everyone knows.
Shame on you, Zachary.
I'm trying to figure out what this where the microphone is on this one. I'm not sure if it's on the sides.
It's in the middle of this.
Oh, it is in the middle.
This wired gate.
Oh, I gotcha.
So it's.
But anyway,
I can see where they're coming with that thought.
Yeah, I go to Buffalo Wild Wings pretty often though. I mean, it depends. I don't know. I just can't compare what it used to be compared to what it was before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like when I was younger, like Half Apps was like the shit, man.
Oh yeah.
Like even earlier in our college careers, like we would go to Half Apps like twice a month probably.
Yeah.
It was great.
When someone comes to town, that's usually a good go-to.
Yeah, that actually last time Misty and Lloyd came, that's where we went. We went to Half Apps.
See, there you go.
It's a good cheap option, but like I don't do it enough
for them to stay in business.
Yeah,
and stuff
I don't think
like
we as a generation are actually like
supporting them. Yeah, that's fair. No, I agree.
Like whereas like places like McDonald's and Taco Bell are getting more of a business, I would say. Like,
right.
I don't see grandmas going into Taco Bell very often.
No.
It's usually drunk college kids.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Another one I've got for you, another food-based one.
All right.
Cereal. You're killing cereal.
Yes and no, only because I eat cereal. Well, here's the thing. I also sleep in a lot, so like I don't have time to eat cereal.
Yeah, Zach will sleep. until he has just enough time to take a shower, get in his car, and go.
Yeah, that's about it, really. So, I mean, yes and no. I mean, I enjoy a bowl of cereal. Even I'll eat cereal when it's not breakfast time. So, I mean...
That's generally when I eat it.
Yeah,
in the morning, I'm more of a... Like, if there's cold pizza lying around, that's my go-to.
Oh, really?
I think pizza tastes so much better the next morning.
Yeah.
Chinese food, literally anything.
Yeah, agreed. I'm just trying to think. I mean, usually I'll have, like... For me, I need to... Like I have to go because I sleep in.
Yep.
So I'll usually bring like an apple or when I go to campus I'll buy a banana because they're like $1, which is kind of expensive for a banana now that I think about it. But yeah, no, I guess in a way we are killing cereal. But they seem to stay in business from what I say. Like the super sugary cereals is for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like your Honey Nut Cheerios, your Lucky Charms,
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, like
Fruit Loops.
On like iFunny and Reddit, you hear those like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Lucky Charms are referenced all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like sugary cereals will be around for quite some time.
Yeah, agreed.
But like Raisin Bran might be on its way out.
Yeah, no, or like it's not Frosted Flakes, but the nut is that Raisin?
No, that's
Corn Flakes.
Corn Flakes, yeah.
Yeah. I hated Corn Flakes. I hated when my parents bought Corn Flakes.
Raisin Bran isn't bad. Like Corn Flakes, my mom used to like you crush them up and then like, you make like basically if you deep fry chicken, you can do it with Corn Flakes and it's crunchier.
Okay, yeah. I would do that. That sounds good, but I wouldn't eat it for a cereal.
Yeah, it's just there's no texture there. I mean, there is texture, just not like a taste texture.
Right. I see what you're saying. I got you.
I think this one will hit Zach pretty close to home. Motorcycles. Apparently, millennials are killing motorcycles. And I'll give you the why they say that. And in quotations, it says, "Our data suggests that younger Gen Y population is adopting motorcycles at a far lower rate than prior generations." Motorcycle sales at Harley Davidson, which represents about half of the U.S. big bike market, were down 1.6% overall in 2016 versus the year before. U.S. sales fell 3.9%.
I'd agree with that.
I see, like, if you want to stereotype our generation, we're moving towards Priuses. And like
fuel efficient, kind of
like hybrids.
But here's the thing: also, motorcycles are more fuel efficient than cars. But I'm just trying to trade off like the danger effect. Like, does that matter? Do you think?
Excuse me. Yeah, I would think so.
Because
maybe not where we live.
Yeah.
Like in the Midwest, like
they're pretty rare. I mean,
it's I see motorcycles everywhere.
Yeah.
But like when you go out to like I'm
the coasts,
California
and stuff like that.
California's a little different because like that's
year round.
Yeah. But like Seattle, I don't. See that.
I see. Yeah.
Or like
I see what you're saying.
Boston, I'm not seeing that as a big motorcycle place.
Yeah.
I'm seeing there's like the Midwest has like pretty universal throughout.
Right.
And then there's pockets on the coast of like places where motorcycles are big.
Yeah, I guess what my train of thought is like our generation is not as mechanical as our old one because everything's electronic now. It's a lot different than what it was before.
It's way different to fix.
Yeah.
And it's like if I went up to your motorcycle right now and was like, how do I change the oil on this thing? Yeah. No idea.
Yeah.
Not a clue.
Right.
Even putting gas in that thing is foreign to me.
Right.
Even though I know what's right there.
Yeah.
It's a different concept altogether, and like I don't see like our generation like being like you said mechanically like know how to fix it.
Right.
And like it's not a place like I don't know. Can you take like a motorcycle into just any kind of shop to fix it?
Not any kind of shop.
Exactly.
No, you need to find a special kind of one, which is kind of the kicker. But
I think we have the Harley Davidson place here in Fargo, and that's pretty much it. So you're screwed.
And I guess it's also my train of thought is like if you want to go for the expensive ones, then we're not going to fork it over because we already got a lot of debt when it comes to college.
All that kind of stuff, and even still, like if I'm gonna drop $70,000 on something, I can get a pretty decent car for $70,000,
right.
And like, or even like a down payment on a house in this part of the country.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And there's just more you can do with that. We just don't have the expendable income for a toy.
Right, exactly.
That you're not gonna be able to use year round.
Yeah, agreed. And I guess in some cases, like people are. The argument, I guess, against that is like people will do payments instead, which is, I guess, understandable. But also, I don't think they're willingly gonna be able to fork over money for that. With a mixture of like they're not mechanically inclined, it's a lot more dangerous than what like the previous generation. I don't know if they just didn't care or they didn't know about it. But they just kind of did their thing, and they're like, "Oh, this is fun, and I enjoy it, and I don't see the danger in it."
I also think the internet is a big part of that danger part, because like. As when our parents were kids and like they're getting these motorcycles, YouTube wasn't around.
Right.
You can go online and type in motorcycle crashes and see some grisly stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
On YouTube, but like you just kind of heard it through the grapevine, or like maybe your dad had a buddy who got hit by a truck
right.
when he was on his motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like it was one or two instances, and you're like, oh, it's not gonna happen to me, but yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah, if you look on the internet, it's pretty crazy.
So the statistics and like the visual weren't there for them, so maybe that was a big part of it as well.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
And I got one more.
Okay.
It's diamonds. We are killing diamonds. Fewer millennials are getting married, and those who are increasingly choosing non-traditional rings.
Huh. That's interesting. I never would have guessed that we're getting less married. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I definitely see that.
Really?
As opposed to, because like as a generation, our parents, like there was tons of divorce happening, and like myself, I'm not like, I don't want to have to put any kid I have through that. I don't want to go through that myself.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be very particular with who I marry.
Oh, I see.
If I do get married.
Okay.
And it's I think that's a big part of it. With 50% of marriages ending in divorce, people are finally really like, hey, I want to be 100% sure.
Yeah.
And diamonds are just clean rocks. That's all they are, just pretty looking clean rocks. So like, men don't traditionally get a diamond on their rings.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my grandpa's had like diamond studs in them,
which
is kind of
okay.
cool.
That's nice.
But I've seen some wedding rings. I think I told Zach about this, where the metal on the inside is made from really old Colt revolvers, like they chopped up, like broken, like they were broken. They're not going to be able to be reused, so it's not like they're going to restore them. And then the wood, there's 2 bands of wood on it that are made from old whiskey barrels. It's the most manly thing that you can wear. Besides your penis, it is the most manly accessory you have.
Oh man, yeah, that sounds really cool. I guess I could see it. It's
I mean, Kylie has a pearl. On her,
we talked about
ring.
that before, I think. Which I thought was interesting. It's definitely unique. Here's the thing. Also, I don't know. Do you think women are like they don't want diamonds as much as they used to, kind of thing?
I mean, I don't think that's the problem.
Okay, it's not the demand.
Yeah, I think every girl would like a diamond.
I suppose. Yeah.
I mean,
except for Kylie, apparently.
Yeah, I mean,
or Donnie couldn't afford it.
Yeah, that was my point. Is that we really can't afford diamonds.
Yeah.
And if you know the history of diamonds, like we totally should be able to afford diamonds.
But why is that?
Because see, when diamonds way back in the day, I want to say in the turn to the 1900s, diamonds were pretty much just rocks. They were almost useless.
Oh, okay.
And there was a big marketing campaign by some big diamond company, and they were like, if you love your woman, you're going to give her a diamond, and then just prices and demand went through the roof.
Oh, okay. I see.
And we've just kind of kept that going for over 100 years now.
Oh, okay.
So,
I see. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's...
the history of the diamond.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I guess I could see... I'm just trying to also think about, like... why if it also had to come, or if anything had to do with like income, you know what I'm saying? So like, did income play a factor back then compared to now?
I mean, like it really depends, like because I guess like the wealthy are always going to, but like it was a big thing for like a person of our status to get somebody the ring, and I think it was more affordable back then,
right?
Because just money was different.
I'm also looking along the lines of like when you get married, your income grows because you have another.
You have two. I mean,
you're supplementing your income.
Leading up to that point, you were probably living together, and you had the 2 people. Their income was coming together. I mean, yeah, like you have 2 people's expenses, and then you're putting it down to like 1.5 people's expenses, like with rent. But then you still have to buy food. You know,
right,
food still stays the same. Anyway, yeah, it's. I would say that it's easy. It was easier. It is easier to get a diamond.
Do you think it also has anything to do with like the fact that we're living longer? We don't have to get married sooner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I can see how our generation is kind of like putting that off because we know we're like barring anything terrible happening, the average person's gonna live to be like 70 or 80.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's for like 80 years old now is the average age of
a female is about 81 and a male is about 79. I saw that statistic like a day or 2 ago, so
makes sense.
It could definitely be changing. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. No, I guess the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. How we're kind of killing the diamond industry.
Mm-hmm. It's anything that like takes away time, I would say.
Take away time.
Like in our like cereal. That's one of the big reasons that's cereal's because we really don't have time for it in the mornings.
Yeah.
And then if it's really a big luxury thing.
Yeah.
Like they're still gonna sell them because there's always people like Rolex will be around for a very long time.
Yeah.
Because it's a sign of class, and people who have class own a Rolex.
Right.
So, but like other kind of luxury watches that don't have that name behind them, I can see them falling off to the wayside.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that too.
Also, I can see like big car brands that aren't as well known. Like there are some luxury car brands that like they produce like 6 cars a year.
Oh,
because they're all handmade.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They're like I can see that kind of practice going off to the wayside.
Yeah, I suppose I could see it. I guess to sum up our generation is we're really lazy and we really just go for the main one, like like, the big companies of Starbucks and Walmart, and I mean, yeah, that's usually and Amazon is a big.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy how big Amazon's gotten in the past only couple years, really.
Yeah, like I remember when I was in high school, Amazon Prime wasn't a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And just imagine the money they made off of Amazon Prime.
Oh, I know.
Or are continuing to make as we speak.
Yeah, I have Amazon Prime because it's awesome, and I use it a lot. Both video streaming and like 2-day shipping kind of thing.
It's coming to the point where almost every week a package will show up at our doorstep. I'm just like,
Zach, your thing's here. I'm debating getting food off Amazon now, like doing the pantry thing, so I don't have to go to the store every time.
So yeah, the thing
just
where
have it delivered here.
You push the button and like the thing comes.
No, not that. You can buy like snack foods and like
that's what the button things are for. You would just cut out.
Right.
You just wouldn't get the
Yeah.
If you don't know, there's a thing Amazon put out. I don't know if they went all the way through with it, but basically you put it in your pantry and it's a button. You push it and it's linked to your Amazon account to a specific item, and then it will automatically reorder that item for you.
Like, how lazy can you get? Like, let's be honest.
It takes like 5 clicks to get that thing. It's probably in your recent searches. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Like,
done.
honestly, I really don't get the whole button thing. Which, from what I recall, they were pretty much giving it away for free, which is fine. But also, it's just like, really? Like, you're that lazy, you can't get on your phone that you're already using and order it?
Also, like, what if your kid gets a hold of it?
Oh, yeah.
And he pushes the button like 400 times, and like 400 bags of Doritos show up at your door?
I don't know how I'd feel about. I mean, Doritos are up in price right now.
Yeah, it's like $4 a bag, isn't it?
They're crazy, yeah. Along with apples. Apples are crazy. Well, I guess we're out of season now.
Yeah, we're out of season, and you buy like the best kind of. He buys Honeycrisp apples.
Oh, because they're delicious.
They are delicious, but they're the best apple. So that's if you go ahead and get yourself a Granny Smith or a red delicious apple, you're gonna pay half the price for the same nutritional value. Maybe even better because it doesn't have all the sugar in it.
Yeah. I like the crisp feeling of when I bite into an apple.
They are nice. I do enjoy apples as well.
Oh,
I've really gotten into frozen fruit.
The what?
Frozen fruit.
You're into it? Like you just suck on them, or like?
No, it's like you put in smoothies and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I make a lot of smoothies. Like almost every morning, I'm switching over from coffee to smoothies in the morning, and I basically don't eat a solid meal until like 3 o'clock.
Wow. Yeah.
That's my diet as of right now.
Well, here's the thing. The place that I work at Caribou Coffee, and so you get a free shift drink, and I'm like, well, I could go to Subway across the street and spend money, but I'm like, but we have smoothies here, and they're kind of filling, but they're not like they're not like fruit. They come in like this square carton.
Let's not bash Caribou.
I'm not bashing. I'm just saying what I'm drinking is not healthy whatsoever because it comes in a carton.
Yeah, I heard about something about Starbucks, like this guy who was a barista. And he said, all these girls come in, they're like, oh, I'm getting a smoothie. I'm so healthy.
Yeah.
And he knows what's in them. He's like, you're not being healthy at all.
No. None whatsoever. And also, I made it worse today because they're like, oh, if you put heavy whipping cream in there, it tastes a lot better. I'm like, okay, I'll put some in there. And then my dumbass, like, just poured, like, way too much in there. And they're like, you're supposed to take, like, a spoonful and put it in there. I'm like, oops. So when I drank it, it was like yogurt.
Did it taste good, though?
It was so good. It was so good. And, like, I made the others try it, and they're like, okay, that's really good. And I'm like, see? I know what I'm doing.
I don't know what's up with you and being a barista. Like, he said you've had 2 different jobs.
Yeah, being a barista. Well, here's the thing. So the first one was literally I needed a job, and they were hiring. So then I took the job, and I was like, oh, it'd be kind of cool to learn, how to make drinks and stuff.
Mm-hmm. He never does it at home, though.
I don't because
there's never coffee. I can't get the cool stuff.
You can't get all the cool stuff that comes along with the job of being roommates with a barista.
You used to bring home delicious baked pastries when you worked at the other place.
Okay, well here's the reason why this is my second one is because it fits in with my schedule.
Yeah.
Because I can only work in the morning, and when I was looking for jobs, I'm like, oh, none of these jobs work in my schedule. I'm like, what's a job that I could do that works in the morning? And I'm like, oh, a barista, the thing that I've been before, which is not very fun because waking up at 4 in the morning is not fun. Which reminds me, I have to pull an all-nighter on Wednesday that I'm not looking forward to because I work Tuesday night. So I work Tuesday night from 9:30 to 1:30, and then I start my next job at 4:30 in the morning, and then I go...
He works 9:30 p.m. to 1:30 a.m., and then has to work
4:30 a.m. to, if I remember correctly, 12:30 p.m.
Like last week, I used to work that 9:30 to 1:30 shift. We work at the same company for night stuff, and I used to work that Tuesday shift. And one night, I just could not fall asleep. I was just so hopped up on adrenaline because you're a DJ and like you're getting people hyped up.
Yep.
And I went home and I could not fall asleep. So 6:30 rolled around, and I just went to the gym and I just pulled an all-nighter.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I could not fall asleep. Like I took some like Z-Quil.
Yeah.
I popped some melatonin. Like there was so much sleepy drugs running through my body. I don't know how I didn't.
You did like the opposite effect of it, where you had like too much sleepy things, so now you're awake or something.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know what to compare that to. It was the worst night of my life.
Oh, okay.
Because then Wednesday we had to film our TV show, and I worked late.
Yep.
So I'm like at 6:30. Sorry, we started a show at 5 for the videos that we make, and I was dying.
You're struggling through that last one?
Yeah, it was.
Which one was it? It was the I'm blanking.
How to survive relatives during
family. Yeah.
We'll get that one up to you guys ASAP Rocky style.
We haven't got it back from them yet.
I will. I can get it tomorrow. That'll be up on our channel tomorrow.
There you go.
This will be up on the channel tomorrow.
Tomorrow probably. More than likely. Which are we still doing the SoundCloud thing where it's replacing the old ones?
Yeah, well, we're also if you guys don't know, we're also on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how to remove videos from SoundCloud. I'll look into that.
Does it just would it just update it so the newest one?
It won't even let me upload
Oh, it
anything.
won't even. Oh, okay, I see. All right.
So I don't know what's going on there.
Somehow remove it. Either that or we can reach out to the film addicts and see how they do it.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're not doing an hour and a half long episode. I put 2 of our longest episodes up on there.
Yeah, they're barely breaking an hour maybe.
Yeah, like SoundCloud gives you 3 hours worth of content.
Yeah.
And we went over that in 2 episodes.
Yeah, we might talk a little bit too much.
Yeah. It's a problem.
Yeah.
We also looked into mics, so you're not going to be hearing this annoying whizzing,
high-pitched
this bullshit.
Yeah.
Come a couple weeks.
I think I'm gonna wait for Black Friday / Cyber Thursday or Tuesday.
Cyber
Tuesday.
I thought it was Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday. Sorry.
Cyber Monday. Yeah.
It's because from what I hear, they kind of drop down because the ones we're looking at are about $100, and I think from what I hear, it drops down to about $80 or $70.
Yeah, we get 2 new mics, and they're real high quality, and everything's gonna sound better.
Unless you talk to the one guy that we watched a YouTube video on.
There are these blue mics that you see. I don't know exactly. They're not the color blue.
No,
they're made by a company.
Blue Yeti.
Blue Yeti mics, and they're the guy who was like, "This is the one you want," blah blah blah, and we were like, "Yeah, that sounds good." Zach watched some videos on it. Everyone's like, "Oh, I love this mic."
Yeah, except for one guy.
And one dude's like, "It's not really studio quality."
Yeah, which we're not that important.
It's going to sit on our table,
yeah.
and we're just going to talk into it.
That's about it, really.
We're not doing like ASMR recordings and stuff.
No. So I mean, yeah, I'm excited for new mics.
They're also very classy looking.
Yeah, they look really cool.
I'm half considering doing the thing. Zach said on our videos we should put the mics in front of us. So it looks like we're really.
Oh, so it looks professional.
It looks super professional.
Yeah. It's not even plugged in.
Yeah, it's not even gonna be plugged in. We're still gonna be mic'd up like we always are. We're just having these microphones in front of us. Just give our brand a little something.
Yeah, we gotta somehow get sponsored by Blue, so they just send us microphones.
Every time a new one comes out, they're like, "Boom, it's yours now."
There's your new one. Yeah. So.
Just like get us boom mics too, like the whole
setup.
Whole setup brought to you by Blue.
Yeah, right. And also, if we're gonna do video recording, we need better lighting other than this interrogation light above us.
Yeah, we're thinking about coming into the realm of video
podcasts.
Which the only way I can think of doing it right now is Zach has a webcam on his computer, and we would just webcam ourselves, but the quality's crap.
Yeah.
So we'd have to invest in a nice camera. So that's
more money that we don't have sponsors for.
Exactly. So trying to set that up and trying to get it all put together is a hassle currently, but
yeah. Yep. But we're getting it figured out. One step at a time. Yep. So
we're only like a month into this thing.
Yeah, right.
Apparently it takes like 5 years to even get recognized.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, it did. Let's see, we're running on just under an hour. Do we want to talk about one more thing?
Yeah, sure. What do you got for us?
It was the the news came out that the company Cards Against Humanity,
Okay.
they bought like the headlines read that they bought a portion of the Trump wall, but instead they bought like a section of the land, and eventually he will get it, but they're just making it as difficult as possible. Yeah.
So you want to get my initial thoughts on the
Yeah.
So basically, I think I heard about this too. They bought a section of land that like the wall he's planning to make. They bought a section of land, so they would have to go through that land, and they're just making it hell for Trump to make that a reality.
Right.
And I think it's so Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, that's my.
It's weird that that company is making that stance.
It's also, I think it's one, they're doing it as a publicity stunt, which is good for them because it's working. But also, like you said, it's very Cards Against Humanity like of them to do.
That's definitely going to be a new card.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like in their next expansion, they may do a whole section on just like political stuff.
Yeah.
They might even have that by now.
I think, from what I remember, you can donate to them and you get like a box set of whatever new cards they're making up, which I'm sure that'll be in there or something.
I remember they used to make like little packs of cards, basically.
Yeah.
And like it was just a couple of new cards that they would give out, but in there was $1 in there as well.
Oh really?
Like some of them had like $1. Like,
that's awesome.
I don't remember who. Like it was on YouTube. I saw this thing.
Yeah.
And I thought that was hilarious.
It's amazing. Like they're just such a great company from what they do.
They make a great product, and
oh, yeah.
there's so many companies that are like trying to like mirror them in some way, or like try to piggyback off the success of.
Yeah.
Like there's Cards Against Humanity, and then there's another one called Crabs Adjust Humidity.
Oh really?
And it's basically the same thing, except the Crabs Adjust Humidity is they're way dirtier cards.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a different company. It's not the same one.
Yeah, it's a different company.
Wow, the balls.
I know, right?
Jeez. But also going back to Cards Against Humanity, it was on the Phil DeFranco show, which is where I get most of like my info and stuff. He brought up, he's like, can you like the balls to do that, to call out Trump, and like, so they're like, you know how people like burn stuff that like they're going against or whatever. Like, for one, it doesn't make sense that you're doing that because you already bought them. So like, it's not doing anything besides you're just destroying your cards that you own.
Yep.
But like, you're either gonna make all the enemies or all the friends doing that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like, with how divided the nation is, it's gonna be the exact same thing. You're gonna have a division right down the middle of America.
Which
half people are like yes, and half people are like you sons of bitches.
Yeah, I think it was a good move on their part because it's something that it'll get the audience's attention for one because it includes Trump and also it includes his wall. So I mean, right there you got free publicity right there.
Yeah, no kidding.
So,
I'm really hoping if you ever bought a big pack of Cards Against Humanity, they come in giant boxes.
Yeah.
I hope this next set comes in a box that looks like a giant wall.
That's all. And like on the picture, it's like a bunch of Mexicans trying to jump over
buying 11-foot ladders.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I like the move. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I really don't have a preference on.
No, I don't have anything against people going against. Well, here's the thing. To a degree, you can go against the president. What was the one? I don't remember who it was. It was the comedian chick who was holding like.
Oh shit.
I'm forgetting her name, but she was holding the head of Trump, like.
Kathy Griffin.
Yes.
Kathy Griffin.
That to me was like, whoa, you took it way too far, sweetie.
Yeah,
like,
she took it too far.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of. To a degree, I can't really explain it, but I kind of get where she was coming from.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's rough.
Yeah, the like inner comedian in both of us, I think, were like, oh yeah, I see what you're doing, but no, don't.
I don't even really think that there was a joke there.
No,
it was just that I'm doing this thing.
Yeah, to get attention and to make headlines.
Because she hasn't been in the limelight in a while.
Forever.
She's a comedian, and I haven't seen a special come out of her in some time.
I haven't seen her pick up on Netflix, so she's not important.
Then she used to have a TV show. I'm pretty sure a talk show. That's not a thing.
Yeah, was she on The View at some point? Like, was
maybe.
She okay.
If not, she's probably one of those people that they bring in all the time, like their guests.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that was one that was like woohoo girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, I think it's free range to kind of take punches at the president. I mean, that's what they've done ever since the beginning of talk show.
It's literally the right as American people to be able to do that.
So no, I think it's a good move what Cards Against Humanity did to do that. I just thought it was interesting, and I kind of want to talk about it.
It's definitely an interesting topic. comment down below. What do you guys think about that or any of the topics that we've talked about today?
Yeah.
Make sure to go to Dudeism.com to.
Dang it. Oh no! Another thing we gotta plug. Fantastic.
Make sure you go in there, check them out. But yeah, this has been a fun podcast. A little bit of a shorter one too. So good for you guys.
Good for them.
For these guys, yeah.
They're slowing us down.
Yeah, good for you, Mom.
Yeah, for Mom. Yeah, that is a callback.
We haven't said that in a long ass time.
I know. For those of you who are unaware, like our very first podcast or second podcast.
Tops, yeah.
It was like we were referring to our fans as Mom.
Because only our mothers are watching.
Because only our mothers are watching or listening or whatever. And so Mom is our audience, and mothers is our actual moms.
Yep, exactly.
So if we ever refer to you guys as Mom, that's what it is. Not to be, it's going to get really confusing if we start doing that again.
I think it's fun, though.
All right, that works. I'm down. So thanks. If you have any more comments, Mom, leave them down below, and let us know. I like the interaction that we have with them. It's fun.
Yeah, we're definitely becoming a little more active on our social media pages right now. I've got a bunch of apps on my phone.
There you go.
You've seen a couple of our Flickr videos. Flickr, I think it's Ripple.
Ripple. Yeah.
Ripple's an app that I use for
the video.
making those cool videos that you've seen me put out. So that that's a
We're also. I don't know. Should we tell them about the thing we've been maybe planning to do? You're looking at me with a blank stare, and I'm trying not to say it. It involves us shooting something outside.
Oh yeah.
Do we want to talk about it?
Yeah, might as well. Yeah,
all right, cool.
It's not like it's a big. We're coming up with basically a trailer for our channel
Two
here.
Dudes in a Room channel. Yeah. It's basically gonna be kind of a semi-commercial, making fun of whatever the hell we do.
Yeah, it'll be a fun experience. That's gonna be coming up here next, probably after Christmas.
Yeah,
or
I
maybe
would assume so.
Maybe in that time between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
We're busy boys.
We are.
Not just doing this. We got other stuff going on, unfortunately.
This is not our only source of revenue at the moment.
Oh man, right?
So that's coming up. We're filming a commercial or advertisement, depending on where you're listening to this. How you pronounce
it, what state you're from. But also, I think it'd be great if we got more interviews in here, because like when we had my sister on here, we had a bunch of views.
Yeah, like maybe not on YouTube, but like there's a on
Facebook.
I've said this before on the channel, but if you have a Facebook group, you can see how many people your post has reached.
Yeah.
And the one with Sydney in it was at least double everything else.
So somehow she got it out to her friends or something, or I don't even know.
Sydney needs to come in more often. We need to get Donnie in here. Donnie,
dude, I'm excited.
Donnie follows us on all of our social media.
Does he really?
So I know for a fact
he's
that
been listening.
That he's been listening to some of these at least.
All right, cool.
Speaking of social media, you can follow us. We have an Instagram now, guys.
Oh man.
You can go to us at 2 Dudes in a Room on Twitter. Dudes in a Room 2 is our Gmail. 2 at the end there is the numeral.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, all that is Dudes in a Room 2.
Okay.
Because that's all linked to Google.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. So yeah, and, everything except Twitter and Facebook, I should say, is Dudes in a Room 2, whereas Twitter and Facebook are 2 Dudes in a Room. 2 in that is not. There's no numeral. We need to become more sound with this, make it a little more universal.
Right.
But you guys have been talking to us back and forth, so go ahead, go to any of those. Tell us what you want to hear.
Yeah, if there's other people that you think would enjoy this, share it with them. Have them comment. It's always fun, I think.
Definitely share this video. Like, subscribe, all that. Let's get to 10 likes on this video.
10 likes.
10 likes
on the YouTube one?
on the YouTube video.
Okay.
By the time the next one comes out, I want to see 10 likes, guys. We can do it.
We'll have to see. What if we've gotten like 3 or 4?
Well, our
as of
like right
2?
now, I think it's 2. 2 is our highest.
Oh no.
But we're pulling an average of 10 views an episode.
That's respectable.
So
starting off, I think that's respectable.
So I think we can get to 10 likes. Because why would you dislike this video?
Now everyone's gonna troll us and dislike this video, Cordell. Oh man. All right, cool. At least we're getting
whatever it takes, I guess.
If we're getting disliked, then hey, it's the same thing as I don't know, whatever.
If you don't have haters out there, you're not doing your job.
Oh jeez.
You need to grind until you no longer need to introduce yourself.
Oh God. I suppose.
Words to live by.
There you go. Thanks, Kanye.
I'm pretty sure that's not Kanye.
That's not Kanye.
That's that band I like, Six Appeal.
Oh, really?
One of the members of Six Appeal, they every day for like a year on Twitter, they put grind until you no longer need to introduce yourself. Like if you went on their Twitter feed, like that's all they had on there.
Dude, I wish they'd come to Fargo and like we can reach out to them so we can interview.
That'd be so great.
That'd be so much fun.
I would so fangirl.
Right?
I would just be looking at them like, hey guys.
We would have to get like the most expensive mics and like.
Yeah, we definitely wouldn't be able to do this in our apartment. You guys just go into our apartment for an interview.
Want some beer?
We have plenty.
We have plenty of beer. Oh man.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, we gotta figure out, like I said, when Donnie has free time, if he ever has free time.
It's always Sundays, and he usually goes to the Vikings games.
Yeah.
Vikings won today, and Packers lost. So.
Yeah. There you go, Danny. Or Danny.
Go Packers.
Wow.
Wow.
I just called Donnie Danny. That's so sad.
So
anyway.
Go Packers and the Bears.
Yeah, right. Dude, he's blown up ever like.
The Manitowoc Minute.
Yeah, I don't remember what his name is, but he's for one. Okay, so I think he sticks out just because he's so unique.
Yeah, it's something really different. They're
Yeah.
super short videos, so you don't have to dedicate a lot of time to them.
Right.
And they're all funny.
They're really funny.
So yeah, go check out. I think it's
Manitowoc.
type in Manitowoc Minute.
You'll find him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
Yeah, if you don't follow, we should get him on here. We need to get everybody on this podcast. Oh man,
that's how you blow up collaborations.
Yeah, right.
That's what YouTube has been telling me in emails and whatnot.
It's just collab with other people.
Like that was one of the big things to grow channels is to collab. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll reach out to like PewDiePie and like see what they can do.
Dude, I would shit my pants.
I don't even know what I would talk to him about. Like just video games. Whiskey. We would talk to him about whiskey.
Oh, for sure. We would definitely talk about whiskey.
Yeah.
And I would talk to him about like what's how'd you start off? Like, tell us the story.
Yeah, I don't even know how he started off. Right?
It was a gaming channel.
It
was like his first couple of videos. Like, it was just him talking, and then it was like the original Call of Duty Black Ops, like gameplay over the top of it.
Yeah, I see. All right, fair enough.
So if you go back, check out PewDiePie on YouTube.
Shout out to PewDiePie.
He's a big channel, over 1 million subs.
Oh man, that's crazy. I can't imagine like 100 million people staring at you. Like I know that many.
52 million.
I'm just like I can't imagine. Like you know what I'm saying? Just like it's like a big auditorium of just
people.
Yep. Like
even having that controversy surrounding you, and then still coming out.
Oh my god.
Coming out as well as he has on the side.
I can't. Yeah.
Good to you, Felix. Good for you.
Right? He's like indestructible. I don't understand how he can get away with some of this stuff. He dropped the N-word and like he's done all this different stuff. I can't believe it.
I mean, yeah, it's an enigma of YouTube, but that's YouTube, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, which reminds me, when I was doing the karaoke the other night, the chick, she was really drunk, and I was like, she wanted to sing. It was some rapping song. I don't even know what it was. I'm like, all right, I play it. She dropped the N-word like 3 or 4 different times, and it was so awkward in there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That'll happen.
Jeez. Like I as a white male, I refuse to drop the N-word.
I mean,
in any
we're not
situation.
allowed to do that. That's
true.
It's not a thing we can do.
Yeah, fair enough. It was just so awkward. I'm just like,
yeah.
She whatever.
It's all good. Not for her, obviously, but like we're past it.
She was proud of it. She was like, "Yeah, I'm doing great," and like one other person like, "Yeah, I'm so proud of you," and he was really drunk too. So I mean, obviously, he was proud of her.
Yeah,
maybe it was her dad or something.
That's possible, I suppose. That's weird. going to a bar with your dad on a Tuesday night. At like midnight. Nah, both of you should have things to do in the morning.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, let's see. It was weird because if mother is listening, then it was weird seeing her drink when she came here the one time. I've never seen her.
Oh yeah.
That was weird. That was so. She had a whiskey Coke and she made me make it. So I'm like, oh, I'm making this shit strong, dude. It was filled to the top of the glass, like the one that I made.
Yeah, it was. I watched him make it. It was very strong.
I didn't mess around, and like she drank it like a champ. I thought she could hold her drink. I was proud.
I remember the first time I saw my mom drink a beer, it blew my mind.
It's like seeing your teacher outside of class.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
But see, that happened to me all the time because my mom is a teacher.
Yeah. Okay,
so I saw
different.
like all the teachers would come over and they would have beers, and it was weird. One time I was sitting in science class, and my science teacher goes, "Yeah, I go to Cordell's house all the time for a beer because it's healthier for us than having a soda." And I was like, she had me confirm in front of the class that yes, Mrs. Lang comes to our house and she drinks beer with my mom. Are you trying to get cool points from the class? What's happening?
I don't know. That one's. I feel like that is kind of like along the lines of like people are gonna start talking about Cordell being an ass kisser or something like that.
Oh, I totally was.
Oh, really?
I was a huge brown noser.
Oh, jeez.
There were so many things that I did in high school that I did just because I knew a teacher would enjoy it. And they would be easier grading on me.
Just like get them drunk and then have them grade all the tests and everything.
I know there was at least 2 professors that if they got drunk, they would start like remembering things that they didn't like about me, and they would just start like
rambling about you.
Like D, everything. But sir, I got all the questions right. D.
D. It doesn't matter. Oh man.
Well,
I think we're just about good. I've got my fill in today. How about you?
Same. This therapy session has been great. I learned a lot about myself today.
I don't know if I learned. I mean, did I learn anything about myself today? Not really.
No, not really.
I know that I like drinking Jaeger and Duck Duck Grey Duck is a thing, and that's about it, really.
Yeah, that's been us for the day, I guess.
It's been a week. It's been, and like the week's not gonna get any easier because I'm going home, so I don't know if we're gonna record on Sunday or not. If we do, it's gonna be like a long distance kind of recording thing, which I don't know how I'll figure like a record.
You have to be back on Monday though, so why?
Yeah. So I guess we could still record on Sunday.
We can do a Sunday. We're not doing. Like we said, we're not doing a video.
Yeah, because everyone's going home for Thanksgiving. You're staying here.
I'm staying here,
okay.
But like I'm the only one on our team that is staying here. So.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So it'd be a little difficult unless you want to do Beyond the Mic again, which I don't know. It's up to you.
I guess I could. Yeah, I could do. We could swing.
Or you could do Beyond the Mic with your mom if you want.
No, thank you. We have about 4 videos coming. Like we have this, and then we have 3 videos coming. So
I see. So we're pretty.
We have plenty of content to get out there for you guys. So stay tuned. That'll be coming real soon here. Until then, this has been 2 Dudes in a Room.
2 Dudes in a Room.
Thanks for watching.
See ya.